Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking 3D hologram effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that you'll need here is you'll need to have a 3D model. Now I've just gone to sketchfab.com and I've just downloaded a free 3D model that you can use. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to follow along. But once you have that, you can download it as a GLB file and then we'll take that into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new composition. I'm going to run with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document, 30 FPS at a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Now before pressing OK, you need to go to the 3D renderer and make sure you change it from classic to advanced 3D. Just press OK. Once you have that, then you will need to import your GLB file by going File Import. And then once you have it, all you need to do is drag it to your timeline. You can just press OK here. Now obviously it's way too big, so what we can do is press S for scale and we can scale it down to whatever size that you want, and now we have to make it rotate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press R for my rotation settings, and I've got all of these values here. So you can play around with some of these settings to try and get the rotation that you want. I'm just going to kind of go into a negative value for the X rotation and then just animate the Z rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the first frame. I'm going to click the stopwatch, move to the end of the timeline, and then probably spin it around 2 revolutions. So now you can see it's spinning that way. If you want to spin it the other way, all you have to do is change that to a negative number, and you can play around with some of these settings if you like. Once you have that, then what you need to do is you need to pre-compose that. So if I call that TIE Fighter and if I move all the attributes, now I can pre-compose it, and now we can actually put some effects on there. The first effect that we need to add on here is going to be a tint effect. So once I have that, then I'll need to go to Color Hunt. So this is my blue color palette in Color Hunt, and I'm going to be using about 3 of these blue colors. So for this one, I'm going to use probably, maybe I'll go with this second blue color, and then all I'm going to do is replace the white in here and then just press OK. So now we've given it a blue kind of tinge. The next effect in here that we need to add is going to be noise. So you can see once you start adding noise, you can see what happens to the actual model, and I'm probably going to leave it around 40%, something like that. I think it looks pretty good. The next effect in here is going to be Venetian blinds. So I'm just gonna increase the completion percentage to about 30%. Now we've got some nice lines happening, but I want those lines to be horizontal. So I'm just gonna change the direction to 90 degrees. And now we've got some horizontal lines, and it's really starting to look like a hologram. I will keep the width as is, but feel free to change it if you need. The next effect that we will add on here is some turbulent displace. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the size to about 10. We are going to change the amount to probably about 110. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the evolution options. I'm gonna click cycle evolution. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to animate the evolution settings. So if I go here to evolution, if I click the stopwatch, and if I go to the end of the composition, and if I write, let's say 20 in there, now I'm going to have that turbulent displace on there. Now there are a few things that you can do with the actual displacement. You can, play around with these a little bit later, but for now I'm going to leave it as horizontal displacement, so it's only going to affect it on the horizontal section. So that's looking pretty cool, but I might change it a little bit later. The next effect that you need to add in here is a bit of posterize. So you want to click on posterize, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it down to about 6, and I'm just going to put this underneath the tint. So now you can see it's got that, if I take it off, you can see that it's got that little bit of an effect on there, and that makes it look more like a hologram. So that's looking pretty cool. And then what else I'm going to add in here is I'm going to add some CC light sweep. And again, I'm just going to drag this all the way at the top underneath the tint. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that light sweep or animate it, and it's going to really add to that hologram effect. So the first thing that I need to change is I'm going to change the width. I'm going to change it to about 20, so I'm going to drop it down. I then am going to change the direction, so I'm going to change that to 90. And now if you move that, you can see what is actually happening, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to animate that. So make sure you start with the center off the actual TIE fighter, and then what we are going to do is I'm just going to click on the stopwatch for center. I'm going to probably go to about maybe 2 seconds, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that the light sweep is off on that. And so now if you preview that, you can see that you have a light sweep on there. So now what we need to do is we need to loop out that animation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Option, I'm going to hit on that stopwatch, and I'm just going to write loop out, press tab, and you can leave it like that, and you can see that it will now constantly loop out that light sweep all the way to the end. So I think that looks pretty cool, and we're gonna make it look even better. So we need to duplicate that pre-comp, and then on the top layer of the pre-comp, I'm gonna get rid of absolutely all the effects except for tint. All right, you can see what's happening there. And now what we want to do is we want to make the edges a bit more pronounced. So I'm going to search for the effect called Find Edges. I'm going to put that underneath my layer over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Invert. And now you can see that we have those edges in there, and that's looking pretty cool. And what else we can do is we can go back to Color Hunt, and you can play around with some of these settings. So for example, if we didn't use this color before, now we can go in here and we can make that a little bit darker. Now the two layers aren't blending, but if we go to the mode, and then if we go to add, now you're gonna add both of those layers in together. So now looking back at my colors, I went back to Color Hunt and I decided to use this color for the Find Edges layer, and I decided to drop the color of the main shape to the darker blue. So have a play around with those settings as well. Now the final thing in here is to add the background. So what I did for that is I just right clicked in here and I made a new solid, and I'm going to call it BG. For the background layer, I want it to be black. I'm just going to put it all the way underneath, and then I'm going to add another new solid layer, and I'm going to call it stars. This time I'm going to change it to white, and I'm going to put it underneath the TIE Fighter layers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for CC Star Burst, and I'm going to change a few settings in here. The speed is definitely way too fast, so I'm going to change that to 0.1. The scatter is way too big, so I'm going to change that to probably maybe even 400 and something like that. And the size, I will definitely drop that down to about 40. Maybe I can bring the scatter down a little bit like that. And so now we have the stars going off in the background as well. So that looks pretty cool. The last thing that I added in here was an adjustment layer, and I'm going to put the adjustment layer all the way at the top. I am going to add some noise, overall noise to this, so we'll probably do it at about 10%. And also another thing in here that I did add is some lumetri color, and I just went to the creative section, and then I searched for SL Gold Rush, and I probably just went down with the intensity to about 80 or something like that. And now if you've done that correctly, now you'll have this cool holographic kind of effect. Cool, so now that's how you do the hologram effect. And if you ever want to go back to any of your other settings, you want to change them, for example, the turbulent displace, you can play around with some of the settings in there. For example, if you change it to twist, you can see now that the light sweep is a little bit bent, and obviously you can change how much of it that you have in there. So you can find something that really suits what it is that you need. But anyways, guys, that's it for this short tutorial. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.